Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my podcast. This is your favorite podcaster, Don Clifford Obooks, aka Foreign Zulu Boy, aka Don Cliffo. It's nice to be talking to you again after the last podcast I did. I really want to thank you all. Thank my listeners for your input, for those that commented. Thank you very much. And those that did not comment but shared it, thank you very much. And I'm hoping that you share to more people today so that the listener base can grow. And also, I was expecting people to send in their contributions in the form of voice notes. Yeah, but I know you guys will do better this time. Anyways, good evening, everybody. Bonsoir. I hope you are doing good. Today's a nice day. It's a good day. I'm not alone. I have somebody with me in the studio. And yeah, let him introduce himself.
Okay, good evening, amazing people. My name is Agafere Ogenetigar, but you can call me E Factor, and that stands for the excellent factor.
Okay, he says his name is Agafere, white man. All right, today we have another interesting topic to talk about. So, Mr. Tega, I want to ask you something. This is a very important issue. Loyalty and love. Which one is more important in your opinion? Is loyalty more important than love?
That's a very, very interesting question. A dicey one, if I may say. When it comes to the topic of loyalty and love, I'll go for loyalty. Loyalty is stronger than love in certain extent, to an extent, yeah. Loyalty.
Okay. You know, they say love is the reason people get together. Loyalty is the reason they stay. Some people will swear they love you and still betray you. Do you agree with that?
Of course, Judas Iscariot. He wouldn't say he didn't love Jesus, right? But he still betrayed him. So there was no loyalty there. What he loved was more important than the master, so to speak.
Okay, so he actually came from a religious angle, the betrayal of Jesus Christ by somebody who was supposed to be a loyal. Yeah, somebody was supposed to be loyal. Yes. So before we really get into the thick of things, I'd like to first of all let's define love. Love. I think nobody has really been able to capture the definition of love. Some people say love is a decision. Some people say it's emotions. Some people say it's passion. Some people say it's attraction. And what's your own idea and opinion of what does love mean to you?
Okay, when it comes to this thing called love, for me, love is a decision. I see love as a decision because it is that decision that builds the loyalty. That's where I'm coming from, that paradigm. If we anchor this thing called love on the basis of feelings die eventually, but a decision is going to stand the test of time so long you live by it. So that's my take. Love is a decision.
Okay, so Mr. Tega has gone back to the issue we dealt with in the first podcast when we talked about feelings. Is love a feeling or a decision? You see, yes. Yeah, so let's now also critically look at loyalty. What does loyalty mean to you? Is loyalty commitment, consistency, sacrifice, protection? What does it mean to you?
Okay, the context of loyalty. When I want to talk about loyalty, I'll be like, what am I letting go to keep to my decision? You get right? What am I embracing to keep to my decision? So that's a test of loyalty. So in other words, not getting this from a dictionary, I'm gonna say loyalty is staying true to a cause. You get it right? Irrespective of the consequences. That for me is loyalty. Yeah.
Okay, I hear you loud and clear. So now we're getting into the thick of things, and I'm gonna really hit it hard with a statement that may be controversial, and I'll tell you that love without loyalty is entertainment. And I'll explain that some relationships are full of passion but empty of commitment. Especially those ones that are built off of feelings. They are full of passion but empty of commitment, because commitment is a decision. You understand me? So modern day dating glorifies intensity over stability. The intensity, how much you do for them, how much you care about them, how much you check up on them, how much you provide, how much you make them feel good. But then the stability is that when the things do not go right, do they move on to the next person, or do they stay with you and try to make it right? You understand? So people these days, they say I love you too easily. I love you has lost meaning. It's I love you these days. It's almost like saying how are you. You understand? So what do you say? What do you actually think about my statement? What do you think about it?
Okay. Well, the word I love you is now a commonplace word, no doubt. But there are still persons that understand the nitty-gritty of the word, how essential that word is. Because even a con artist can say I love you just so they get the best out of you. So, but we really need to understand the qualities of love, what love entails, and then because love requires loyalty. You can have loyalty without love in terms of business negotiations with people, transactions. Just because you're in a course, you're just loyal. But when that feeling of emotions come to play, which is just a validation of a decision you get, right? You come to the point where I think I'm gonna take this back.
Continue.
Okay, you come to the point where you have to strike a balance between your emotions and your loyalty. You get right? Because even anger is an emotion. You see, right? But if someone is loyal, irrespective of how angry they are, they still stay true to the cause. You get? Let's say, for instance, you're getting a particular kind of feeling from me, right? And someone else starts bringing that kind of feeling you get from me to you. You see, right? Loyalty is sticking to the person you've committed your heart to, so to speak, and stuff like that. I know I'm missing something here, but...
Okay. That made a lot of sense. I love your perspective to this conversation. But still, I'm going to go ahead and make another controversial statement. And my listeners, I want you to be a part of this conversation. If I say something that you do not necessarily agree to, I want you to drop your opinions in the comment section. If you want, my number is in the description. You can send me a WhatsApp voice notes and make your arguments. I want you to be part of these conversations. If you send me a voice note, I'm going to add it to the next podcast. I'm sorry. If you send me a voice note, I'll add it to the next podcast so that we can all become a community and talk about these issues and contribute our points. So going forward, I want to also say that many people don't actually want love. They want attention. And yes, and the reason why I say so, because of social media validation, situationships. These days, people are no longer in relationships, they're in situationships, and people keeping backups. Somebody has a girlfriend and has 10 side chicks, which are backups, or a boyfriend and side guys and all of that. And then there's even emotional cheating. Those that do not actually sleep with other partners, but they give all their trust and their emotions to another person. So if loyalty existed,
You're cheating, really, God.
Yeah, so I want to say, if loyalty existed at the same level attraction did, half of modern relationships would end tomorrow. What do you have to say about this?
I think it's gonna end today. Okay, you said if actually emotional what?
I said if loyalty existed at the same level
As attraction does. Okay.
Modern relationships would end tomorrow.
And what do I think about that? And I said it's gonna end today because this is really, really very interesting because there is always somebody more beautiful than the person you're attracted to. You see, right? And there is someone else more beautiful than the person, your current person, just like that.
There's a book we read. There's a book we read as young people. They said the beautiful ones are not yet born. So, which means that if you marry, if you date the most beautiful person, there's always somebody more beautiful than that beautiful person. So you have to be loyal to one person. You deliberately choose one person and stick to that one person despite all odds.
Yeah. So you see, right? I believe in love, but I believe in love balanced with loyalty. You get right? Because a lot of persons are confused about this word love. So you see, if attraction, like you said, were to be the main deal, a lot of relationship would be ending. Like you meet this person, you're attracted to this person, you go for that person, you meet this next person, you abandon the previous one. So these how do we call haphazard nature of attraction questions a man's loyalty, because like I said, there are more beautiful persons than the person you currently love. But why would you stick to that person? That's where loyalty comes to play.
Okay. So now I want to throw this to the public. I wish we were sitting in like a stage where we have a lot of people, and I'll just throw this open. So unfortunately, you are the only person here. I'm still going to say it, but I want this segment. I want the viewers to actually contribute to this. I want to say that a loyal person who struggles to express love may be safer than a romantic person with no discipline. Should I repeat that? Okay, I said a loyal person who struggles to express love may be safer than a romantic person with no discipline. And I'll make a comparison. A romantic person says sweet things, and then a loyal person shows up consistently. A romantic person is passionate, but a loyal person is reliable. A romantic person is exciting, but a loyal person is stable. A romantic person is emotional, while a loyal person is dependable. You see? So who would survive the hard times with you? Judging by the comparisons I made, who do you think would survive the hard times with you?
Definitely a loyal person, But I just want to say this. Loyalty plus love is a good combination. Some people say, we're losing the spark in our relationship, and then they go look for someone else to have that spark. That's indiscipline. That's where we talk about the romance without stability. You get right? But if, because I'm trying to create a balance, one can do without the other. You see, you have some loyal staff in your office, right? But you can't be romantic with them. You can't. You love them for what they do, but when it comes to this affairs of the heart, you get right. They might not be compatible for that purpose. Say, for instance, I have a gate man. I love how he does his job, his loyalty and stuff like that. You see, right? But when it comes to things that has to do with my heart, that, should I say, emotional fulfillment, and stuff that has to go to the higher level. The reason why I'm saying this is I'm trying to bring a balance. Not that love in itself is not very vital, but good love, great love, perfect love should be accompanied with loyalty. Know that people are trying to, because in the real sense of it, if you say you love somebody, you're not loyal to that person, you don't really love that person, you just chasing feelings for real. That is just it. And you can catch your feelings anywhere with anybody, but that true love comes with loyalty. I just want to strike that balance, but it can't stand alone. One of those days, back a days in my secondary school, there was this book I read called The Shadows of Love. There are things that look like love, but they are not love. You see, right? Like we say, a shadow is the poor imitation of the real thing. So let's say I'm standing under the sun. You see the sun casts, you see, right? My shadow behind me, and I look like everything I do, my shadow is able to do that, but it's just a poor imitation of the real thing. You see, right? One of such example of the shadows of love is lust, for instance. It looks really like love because, for real, bro, if somebody's lusting after you, they can fall sick for you. They're like, I'm sick, and you check the temperature. Whoa, this guy is really running a lot of temperature right there. He's sick. But the funny thing about lust is that once it gets what it wants, it turns to hate. You see, right? Now that questions the loyalty of a love. You see that, right? So just to be on the safe side, love, true love, must be accompanied with loyalty, because love is a decision, right? So a decision you make, you must stand by it. That means you're being loyal to that decision. I don't know if you get my all right.
Okay. Yeah. So I totally agree with you on that. There must be a balance. I was actually waiting for you to finish so that I also tell you that there must always be a balance, because loyalty without love can become a prison. It can become like slavery. So people stay in toxic marriages out of loyalty. Some disguise fear as commitment. They are afraid of leaving. Like, oh, if I leave, how do I do this? How do I manage? How do I, So they disguise fear as commitment. They say I'm committed to this man, but the truth is that they're afraid, or they're just scared. And some people remain faithful while they're emotionally dead. The love is dead, everything is dead, but they claim to remain unfaithful, which is not right. For your mental health, you should emancipate yourself. So loyalty should not require self-destruction at all. Maybe I should repeat that. Loyalty must not require self-destruction. Yes, but I want to argue like this. Love gives relationship life. Loyalty gives relationships structure. One without the other becomes dangerous. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, you see, now that we've come to a place of balance, one cannot do without the other. You see, right? So your loyalty builds your structure around your love relationship, so to speak. Because if you're loyal to someone, there are certain things you wouldn't do. There are certain conversations you would not even want to engage in, just because you're trying to because one of the strongest ways to protect love is to build structure around it. Really, it sounds funny, but it's true. See, right? So that's loyalty helps build that structure that protects that fragile thing called love. So it's a good one.
Yeah, so let me tell you a story. Yeah, once upon a time I met this lady. Like, she had all the qualities, and I thought that I had found the one. I thought I had found the person that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And at the beginning, everything seemed good. You understand? But later on, I saw something was amiss. This person wasn't, you would text the person, and she would take so much time to respond to you. Sometimes you could text her like 4 p.m. and she responds to you the next day. You understand? And your birthday she wouldn't remember. Meanwhile, I was there, like, every birthday I'm there with the messages and with the gifts, and every week I'm there with the support. Like, babe, let's go out. I take you out. I send you something. But at some point I realized that the energy was not reciprocated. It was one-sided. It was me that was doing everything. But even after realizing this thing, I thought that, okay, you don't just pull out of a relationship. Give it time. Maybe the person is going through something. Maybe the person will change. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And then one day this person tells me that, hey, do you know what? I want to tell you that I've been in a relationship since, and I want you to stop communicating with me so that you don't annoy my boyfriend. Bro, you see, so I was loyal even though the love was gone from that person. You understand? It was that time I realized that love sounds beautiful, but loyalty feels safe. Right? I don't know if I made any sense from what I just said. So sometimes betrayal can change your understanding. Betrayal can change your understanding. So I don't know, viewers, what do you think about? What do you think? Do you have a similar story? Have you been loyal to somebody and while there was no love? And what did you learn from that? And have you loved someone and there was no loyalty? I want to hear your stories also. Do you have a story? Do you have a story of interest? Share with me and my viewers. Let's hear you.
Okay, do I have a story? You want to hear my story? Okay, yeah. Some time back in my life, think here in my very, very early 20s, there was this particular girl. She's always like me though. And then I traveled out of town. She tried to reach me, and here, when I came back to town, like the spark was still there, and she gave me that signal, And as a loyal guy, here I gave in to the signal and wanted to start building something worthwhile. But I just observed that at the end of the day, I was just the one doing the whole talking. Like, yeah, I have got good energy, you know that, right? Yeah, I'm good in conversation, we're engaged. But I realized that she was not reaching out anymore. And yeah, I was like, what's going on? But you started all this, what's really happening? And at a point, she just owned up to me, like, yeah, okay, there's somebody there right now, you see. So but the funny thing about this is that we as guys, so to speak, loyal guys, we ignore the signals, you see.
The red flag.
Yeah, the red flags, we ignore them. We see them, they are obvious. But should I say the emotions sometimes cloud our reasoning, you see. So I told myself I was going to love people, but I'm going to love people and I'll be sane. It sounds funny, but it's true. You can love somebody and you're still sane. Love does not have to make you go insane, actually. You see, because even in the real sense of it, perfect love casts away all fears. You see, right? So if all the fear can be taken away by love, it means whoever is really loving somebody is sane. Sane enough to draw the boundaries, sane enough to understand the person's feeling, sane enough to know when you're disrespected. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Sane enough to know when to push the boundaries and to hold back. You get it, right? So all those other things outside these things to me are like infatuation, so to speak, where you lose your real sense of reasoning. You see, right? Just because you're trying to please someone. Well, that's my fair share of of life, though. But in all these things, we should not ignore the signs. Yeah, because if you do ignore the signs, you will see wonders.
Yeah, true. You will see signs before you see the wonders. Yeah, so now we are getting to the end of this podcast, but I want to ask direct questions to my audience. But since you are here with me, you would answer the questions first. And I have 4 questions.
Representing the audience.
Yeah, I have 4 questions to ask the audience, and I'm going to ask you. Maybe I'll take it one after the other so that you don't get confused.
Okay.
So
I hope I speak their mind, though.
no, you don't have to speak the mind of the audience. Speak your mind, and the audience will speak for themselves.
Okay.
So the first question is this: can you truly love someone you constantly betray? You know you are betraying this person, but can you love somebody that you constantly betray?
Wow, this is a deep question, and I have to take a deep breath. Can you really love someone you constantly betray? Let me put it to the audience. Can you really love someone you constantly betray? No, you can't. Because
the fact that you are betraying that person means you do not love the person.
You do not.
It's a contradiction if you love somebody and you betray the person.
If you have the conscience, I think one betrayal is enough. You see, permit me to come from the biblical standpoint, okay? Because I think that's one of the perfect way we can see the pictures of the things I want to talk about. Peter betrayed Jesus just once, right? And he repented of it. He couldn't go back to that. You see, right? But Judas Iscariot, before he actually saw Jesus Christ, Jesus is love, actually. So I'm coming from a personality of love. You see, right? He's been stealing from the purse. He's been doing some other things behind the scene until it got to the climax. See, right? So, in truth, if you really love someone, you cannot constantly betray them and say you love them. No, that's totally contradictory. Thank you.
Okay, interesting. So the second question that I want to ask you, and I want you to give a very quick answer, is that do you think loyalty is harder to find than love today? Love or loyalty, which one is easier to find in today's world?
Okay. Loyalty is easier to find, to be honest. Because let me use a work setting, for instance, the worker, boss, employee relationship. People are loyal for what they can get from people, you see, right? Say, for instance, I'm a boss in my office. I've got workers, their salary is with me. If you don't work, if you don't come to the office on time, you don't keep the time schedule, that loyalty is synthetic though, but you can easily get loyalty from people. But love itself, love is not that way. Yeah, there's one philosophy I work with. I believe in leadership without leverage, love without coercion. I learned this from the amazing John C. Maxwell, the profound leadership coach. See, leadership without leverage, love without coercion. So, in other words, you're leading somebody, but you're not trying to leverage their pain points, so to speak, or leverage their vulnerability. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, you just leading them without you get my gist. Then love without coercion, you're not forcing yourself, your personality on them, your whatever on them. It's just plain, right? And then you're able to, yeah. So in other words, loyalty is easy to get. Politicians, they throw money on people and they buy their loyalty, buy their vote. But when it comes to love, it's premium, really premium.
Okay, premium. So the third question I'm asking my audience, which I want you to answer first. Please, guys, I want you to actually answer these questions in the comment section or send me a voice note on my WhatsApp. The third question I want to ask you is, would you forgive disloyalty if the love felt real?
Would you forgive disloyalty
if the love felt real?
If the love felt real? Wow. I sure will forgive disloyalty. If the love felt real, I'll definitely do that. First impressions are not all the impressions about people. I'm gonna say that again. First impressions are not all the impressions about people. It can come from the negative, it can come from the positive. So if a once loyal person became disloyal, I think the best thing to do is to find out why this person became disloyal, got disloyal, and know if the sin is forgivable. Yeah, and even if the love was real, can this person come back? You see, right? And stuff like that. But there has to be a consideration and balance. Yep.
Well, I don't know what to say about that, because as far as I'm concerned, once you are disloyal, it means that you are not really in love. Because I take the position that love is a decision and not a feeling. So once you decide that I'm going to love this person, it means you have decided to be loyal to the person. So if there's disloyalty, a consistent disloyalty, that is an absence of love, in my opinion. But then I want to hear the opinion of the audience and to my listeners here. So the last question I'm going to ask, because this podcast is becoming very long, I don't know if they will have the patience to listen to the very end. So the last question I'll ask, and please be fast about it, 1 minute. Just tell me, would you marry someone loyal but not romantic?
Hail Mary, full of grace. Loyal but not romantic. If the person is teachable, okay, yeah, because a lot of things can be learned. If the person is teachable and the person is loyal, yeah, I can. teach you how to romance. I'm a romantic man, so I can teach. Yeah, stop.
Okay, on the other hand, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm an roboman through and through. You see, the thing is this. I don't think I can marry somebody who's not romantic and loyal, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're a woman, because I'm a man, so I'm speaking from the perspective, from the point of view of being a man. If you are with a woman who's not romantic, not at all romantic.
That's extreme.
Yes, if you are with a woman who's not romantic but she's loyal, to me it would feel like slavery. To me it would feel like slavery. You know, the kind of woman that you are just at home with her. If you say sit down, she sits down. Stand up, she stand up. If you say stay at home, I'm going out. Don't go out. Don't go anywhere. She's so loyal. She obeys everything you say. But there's no bone of romance in her. She doesn't know how to do all the nice things, talk to you and make you feel good about yourself. She doesn't even know how to also ask for attention, you know, because women are supposed to be petted. I don't know if that English is correct. Women are supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to shower them with attention and all those affections and everything. So if she does not give it and she does not even know how to demand for it, if she's just there for the sake of being there, she's loyal, you know, but she's not romantic, I think it would drive me crazy. Yeah, so on that note, I would like to end today's podcast. I would say real love without loyalty is fragile. Real loyalty without love is empty. Maybe the strongest relationships require both.
Definitely required.
Sure, I repeat myself again. I said real love without loyalty is fragile. Real loyalty without love is empty. Maybe the strongest relationships require both. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. And okay, sign out. Say something to the people, and yeah.
Okay, it's been an amazing time with you, sir. I really appreciate. And to the amazing audience, yeah, stay put. More podcasts coming your way. Peace out.
Thank you very much. This is Don Clifford Obooks, aka Foreign Zulu Boy, aka Don Clifford, and I'll see you in the next conversation. Bye.